Mastermind here, Ohio Cannabis Live. Welcome back to another Friday where things are a little weird because we're getting tropical storm right now and power's out. My computer is acting crazy. Won't even let me load up my software to stream live. Obviously, I'm not at home. And I just need y'all to do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Mastermind going through trials and tribulations. We got a lot of things going on. What's up, Jimmy? Uh, you know, share the video, like the video. Let me know what you're medicating on right now. Um, you know, Ohio Cannabis Live, we're trying to bring the cannabis community together by hosting the second Ohio Cannabis Expo in Canton on November 1st, November the 2nd, and we want you there. Tickets are on sale now. Visit ohiocannabisexpo.com to get your tickets. We're building our guest speaker list out. We'll be releasing that information soon. And another thing we're working on is the first Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner, which will be on November 2nd if everything goes smoothly. And you'll be able to vote for your favorite dispensary, your favorite cultivator, your favorite processor, your favorite edible, your favorite flower product, just like some of these other states be doing with their little cup. But we not calling it the cup, we calling it the OCAD, the OCAD, the OCADs. That's what we calling it, the Ohio Cannabis Award Dinner. And I got trophies to pass out, so it's gonna be something different and it's something new. So we all gotta learn how that's gonna work. Hey, Lynette, I see we got 8 people on here, 9 people on here. Keep it going. How's the weather in your area? Let me know. Are you getting a lot of rain right now? Is your power on? Again, uh, you know, it's a lot going on right now. As far as let's talk about the cannabis situation, we know right now that there are rumblings within the dispensary networks. When I say rumblings, I mean people are not making money. These companies, some of them are making money, some of them are not. We're hearing things like companies that one of the first companies in our program, we're hearing they might have just sold the company. Imagine that. One of the first companies in our program might be. And here's something you didn't know: the Ohio marijuana Reddit subreddit is gone. They deleted our subreddit, the one we spent 5 years building. It's gone, y'all, because they said we didn't moderate it enough. So there's another subreddit that they had made. It's like a split off. But the Reddit that I'm talking about, we had 30,000 people in that subreddit. And it was very informative because people posted pictures of things that they got, and it was a resource to us. It was part of our cannabis community. And now we have to rebuild. Um, you know, we got another Reddit on there. It's called the same thing, but it's gonna take a minute for us to rebuild everything back up and get everything back to where it was. And this is just a shocking development because I'm sure that you at some point have searched something on the internet from our program and found yourself on a Reddit the Ohio marijuana subreddit. So it's interesting that that thread is gone. I'd love to know what you think about that in the comments. We got 15 people watching. We still got people saying that the helicopters are flying over and checking their grow. So it's important that right now you better have your grow secured, covered up, put a tent over top of it because right now you're getting a tropical storm. So if you're growing outside, this is probably a very stressful day. If you're growing in general, it's probably a very stressful day for you because with the rain coming in like this, it's going to raise the humidity like a lot. So like if you're growing inside, man, your humidity is probably going crazy right now. You said you have power and no rain right now. That's because it hasn't reached you yet. But if you look on the radar, um, uh, I was looking for my iPad. Let me see, where did it go? Let's pull up the radar on my iPad and see what's exactly going on. While I'm doing that, tell me if you've been going to the dispensary lately. Have you noticed any changes in prices yet? I'm hearing that prices is supposed to be coming down, but I'm not so sold. I just want to let you know, Lynette, it's coming to you. This is the remnants of the storm that did all that damage down south. It ain't over. It's look at that. It's crazy. Um, we're getting lots and lots of rain right here in Columbus, Ohio, to the point where the internet ain't working that great. My laptop ain't happy with me right now, and my software literally just won't load up. So I don't know what happened to that. Um, but yes, Cleveland, you are going to. You said just started, but yeah, it's going to come up to you. Akron, you've got some rain coming your way. Let me just go ahead and give y'all's forecast. So if you live in Columbus, you're getting creamed with rain right now. It is raining cats and dogs. How dare I say that? uh, Old saying, right? Raining cats and dogs. And if you live down south, I heard Waverly people was being advised to take shelter. I got that from my girlfriend. Shout out to my girl. And shout out to Mama Mastermind, who may be in here somewhere as well. Shout out to all my fans on here. Um, you know, if you live down by Cincinnati, you are also getting pretty much anywhere in Ohio, you are now being affected by this tropical depression. And it all should clear up by tomorrow, hopefully. But to me, it looks like the system is stalling a little bit, and I'm going to run a future cast scenario real quick and run this out so you can see what's happening with the storm. And as you can see, it still has this hurricane tropical storm like spin to it. You see how it's spinning there, and this is not good because if the system isn't dissipating like we thought it was, and it's just continuing to spin back around, and our ground is so dry, we're going to see probably some decent flash flooding in various areas. Did anyone else lose power? I'd like to know that in the comments. Right now, where I'm at, we have a special weather statement. They're saying the wind gusts could be up to 45 miles through this afternoon. Well, the afternoon is about over, and where I'm at, it's looking pretty bad outside. Like, can you believe that's a window behind me? Can you even see out that window? No, you can't. You can't even see the sky or anything. It's just like it looks like I got a shade over that window, and I swear the window is clear. You can't see nothing. Um, so it's definitely a lot of rain coming. So if you got to travel today, please be careful. I don't want anybody to get in an accident because believe me, I had that happen last year and I'm still recovering from that. So a little bit about what's going on with me. Um, I'm fighting a battle for my pancreas, and I learned last year that there was a problem with my pancreas, but I figured out how it all happened, and it just all goes back to when I got my gallbladder out. To make a long story short, that I had a complication with the gallbladder surgery, and I almost bled out because they found out I had cirrhosis at the same time they took my gallbladder out. So I got a bad gallbladder. They took that. I got a bad liver. It's still in there. And it's working just fine. And then I got a bad pancreas that is angry. What happens with pancreas is if you eat fatty foods or greasy foods or salty foods or junk food or fried chicken or chicken strips or pizza, hamburgers and chips and Sour Patch Kids and M&Ms and chocolate chip cookies, pancreas, when you have pancreas issue, does not like that. And this creates what they call acute or chronic pancreatitis flare up. And if you have been diagnosed with chronic pancreatitis, like I have, then you have these flare ups, and these flare ups are extremely painful. Over the counter medication, pain medication ain't gonna work. Thanks for the $10 donation. I appreciate that. Um, it's very challenging to treat pancreatitis. It's been kicking my butt. I've been admitted to the hospital more times this year than my entire life, all because of this pancreas thing. So what I'm doing is trying to, eat better. I'm using AI to help figure out what to eat because I just I need some guidance. I need guidance, and I need to find alternatives to things I like, and that's very challenging. You know, uh, and that's what's going on with me. As far as what's going on with all the other things that Ohio Cannabis Live is working on, we are just knee deep into working on our expo. Mastermind Cannabis, you got to get it when it hits. It's like Michael Jordan dropped the new Jordans out. when we drop that new product out, you got to jump on it ASAP because it'll be limited availability and it's gone. So get your hands on some Mastermind Cannabis. Be sure to send me a picture of you with your Mastermind Cannabis. Love to see that. And I'm going to put a whole new line of merch on the website for the Ohio Cannabis Expo, for Ohio Cannabis Live. We got new merch out, and even we'll have stuff for the Ohio Cannabis Awards. We'll have hats and shirts you can get if you want to help support the Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner. And the Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner will be at the same location as the expo, and it'll be a dinner for 100 people, mainly the people who are involved in the contest and their guests. And we hope to recognize some of these companies that you tell me are the best. It won't be my opinion; it'll be yours. And we'll find out who's got the best dispensary, and we're going to break it up by regions because obviously you may not have been to every dispensary in the state like me, so you can't really accurately pick from every dispensary in the state. We just want you to pick the best dispensary within your community. And this also will help the dispensary know whether they're doing a good job or not. And feedback is very important in any business endeavor. And the more feedback we give these companies about their stuff and show them who's doing good and who's not, the better things will be. And when I look at dispensaries, I look at the number one thing: affordability, availability. Those are my number one and number two things. What do you have? What's affordable there, and what do you have available that I'm this for me? One thing that medical patients have suffered through is finding specific strains, specific products that actually work for them for their ailment. And I think one idea I had that could help in this area is to allow patients to make product preferences and put those preferences on the patient's profile so that you can use that information to order your product. So when the patient comes to your dispensary, you'll have the products they're looking for already because they've already indicated interest in purchasing those particular products. So it's almost like a pre-order of sorts, saying, okay, I got 10 guys that want layer cake next month. I might as well order 10 units of layer cake because I know I got 10 people who are absolutely, no matter what, going to come here and buy it without blinking. Done. And I think that's given make it more almost like a prescription. That way, people aren't always searching all over the state to find the same product. I remember days of looking for layer cake or days looking for Woodward and couldn't find it. Or everybody's doing a different deal. One place is doing a great deal, but by the time I drive 30, 40 minutes out of town to go get the deal, the price ends up being the same. And what I'm also going to continue to do over and over again is to provide people with the education and the reasons why they should still get a medical card, simply because it's about saving money. Simple as that. The cost to get a medical card now is a lot cheaper than it was before. There is no state fee, so that $50 that people were paying before is gone. There is no state fee, so you're only paying the doctor's fee. Through my partner Leafwell, we're doing $89. But I also know that some doctors that are just billing your insurance as a doctor's visit, and some people are getting free recommendations that way. So talk to your doctor and say, are you authorized to do MMJ recommendations? You should ask your doctor because maybe they are and they just didn't tell you. Maybe you just didn't have that conversation because you was trying to keep that on the low. And it's important to be upfront about your cannabis use, especially now that it's legal. And this is something I want to talk about because this is something that directly has impacted me as a medical cannabis patient. And I'm being sick and having to be in the hospital and admitted to the hospital. Often I'm questioned about medical cannabis or medical marijuana, as they would word it. And you have to explain to them, in the state's program, smoking it isn't permitted, regardless of what people actually do. But at the end of the day, we have to educate these providers how this medical cannabis helps us. And then in my situation, medical cannabis has been instrumental in helping me avoid the need for large amounts of opiate pain medication. I suffer from severe pain, not just chronic pain, severe pain. I walk around 10 out of 10 on pain literally every other day. It's like when you have this ailment, it's kicking you in your stomach all the time. Your pancreas is located on the left hand side. And what happens is you get pain that goes up this way. And if you are somebody who has had your gallbladder out already and you haven't had a pancreas problem, be on the alert, eat right now, because if you don't, this could happen to you. I mean, I think my problem came in the fact that I didn't realize that getting my gallbladder out was going to have such a dramatic impact to my pancreas. You know, and that's just what it is. You know, I know a lot of people who are sick. They go to the doctors and they don't mention that they use cannabis, and then, you know, they hope that they don't get caught. And it shouldn't be like that. We should be honest with our doctors. You should be able to get care and not have to worry about whether you use cannabis or not, whether it's for recreational use or for medical use. So I think what I'm pushing for is the ability to help continue to put out public service announcements, public information to Ohio residents to let them understand that you don't need to hide that you use cannabis anymore. There's no need for us to keep this big secret. If you grow cannabis at home, you grow cannabis at home. I had the Orchid Man come to my house. You tell about some funny experience when you have the Orchid Man come there, because I'm trying to make sure ain't no bugs around my stuff. So I had the Orchid Man come out, and of course my tents look like black boxes. And they go, well, what's in the black box? And you gotta tell them, no, don't worry about it. It's legal now. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? But sometimes I had another contractor come to my house and go, I got the same tent you got. So it's a new world where on the times I thought cannabis would definitely not be a part of a conversation, it ends up being part of a conversation. And it always turns into information, education, and sometimes opportunity. So don't be afraid to talk about Ohio Cannabis live out in the open. Don't be afraid to say that you've been watching this guy for 5 years every Friday at 4:20. You tell them they need to tune in and see what we're talking about here, because what we're trying to do is bring people a new vision about cannabis, not just smoking it and getting high, but enjoying it in a new way that not only makes you feel good, but also helps improve the quality of life, helps you be a better person. And for all of you who use cannabis, you already know what I'm talking about, because you already know it's made a difference in your life. And I would love to hear your stories. And I think that's something we should do here. If you don't want to come on the video, I get that. But we could at least put your story on my blog post. So if you would like to submit your cannabis journey and story to me to be published on Ohio Cannabis Live, absolutely no strings attached. I will happily do it for you. I'll help you edit it. I'll help you write it. Whatever you need for you to have an opportunity to share your story of how this plant has saved your life, changed your life, saved someone else's life. I would love to hear your story, and I would love to share your story. And if you don't want your name used, that's okay too. We can make sure that you're an anonymous writer, but give you an opportunity to let your voice be heard, because these people in Ohio, these lawmakers and whatnot, they need to know from their constituents how important it is that they don't change the law. Because when the November election comes up, they're going to try to change the law. This is another reason why my expo is November 1st, November 2nd, because it's right before the election. And I gain to try to, my goal is to try to get people as educated and informed as humanly possible. At my expo, what am I trying to do? Is making it different from other events. First of all, I'm not trying to make it about selling seeds and clones. I have nothing against selling seeds and clones. I wish that the state would make it a little bit clearer about selling seeds and clones. I've been doing some research on the hemp department's website, and I have made some really interesting discoveries about um, the hemp program that I didn't know. And what I think my next move is I'm going to try to get somebody from the Department of Hemp to come on the show and do an interview so that we could ask them about these questions straightforward, because we know that a lot of people are doing things, and their rationale is the 2018 Farm Bill, which in some way does open a pathway for you to be able to sell products, seeds, and clones that are zero point zero 0.03 THC or less. However, testing these things can be a challenge. Obviously, there's no way to test a cannabis plant or a cannabis seed in Ohio with our current structure. You could get a hemp seed tested, You get a hemp clone tested, and when I say that, I mean a real one, and that's the thing. So I think that if we can provide education about the real difference that the government has made between hemp and cannabis, and I'm not talking about the federal government, I'm talking about Ohio, because we have to go by what um, is going on within the state of Ohio. Yes, other states get to do X, Y, and Z, and I think we will be able to do these things at some point. But unless we can get government officials to give us a written statement, yes, you can do X, Y, and Z, we really can't do it the way we want to. So, in essence, the goal here at our expo is to provide education about this area and then to do education about home grow and pest management because I know that a lot of people are suffering with spider mites, fungus gnats, aphids, and other things. And then, I think there just needs to be some more education on how to tips and tricks. Some of us are expert growers and been growing for years, and some of us are not. So, right now I'm looking for someone who would be willing to come and teach a class. I'm not going to teach the class, but if you have the skill set and the credentials, when I say credentials, I mean that you have some documented experience that not just some pictures you got, but like you've worked somewhere, you've worked for a company, you've done some stuff out west, you have a holistic background, horticulture background, and this is your bread and butter, then maybe we should talk about you coming and helping me do this workshop because all I'm trying to do is give people an opportunity to get information to help them know the legal rules, save money, and be safe and be smart. And that's really part of the mastermind method. Safe, secure, save money. That's the mastermind method. And I know you like it because over the years, I spent a lot of time trying to show y'all how to find a deal. Some of you have learned my ways, and uh, you have, been able to get stuff and be happy with it. And then some of you haven't learned my ways, so maybe I need to have another class on how to save money. Look at that, we have to 40 viewers. If you're new, please smash the like button, 31 likes. I really takes a lot for me to come here every Friday, and I really try to be consistent. But what I'm going to try to start doing is trying to expand on this and come on here a lot more and go on Facebook, go on Instagram, and try to talk to more people because everybody isn't on YouTube yet. But we are almost up to 700,000 views, and we are headed to 1 million views. When we do reach 1 million views, we're going to have a big celebration, big, huge celebration. And I want all of you to be there. I don't know where we were going to hold it at, but we might have 1 million people show up. I don't know. I mean, there's still 700,000 people, 600,000 people have watched my face and watched me my little video. I remember when I first started this out with a white T-shirt on and a desk with nothing on it. And days where I just is on my phone in my car under a box. I just, have really found peace and enjoyment in coming on here every Friday and being able to talk with you guys. How you doing? Always be kind. I love the name. Every time I see it, it always sticks out to me. And is anybody else having any problem with the weather? I don't know why all my comments aren't showing up here. Let me just check something here, folks. Let me see something. Chat. Aha. See, I was missing y'all's messages. I'm sorry, little Mac. My bad, brother. I didn't know you was in here either. Then Lizzie. Hey, Jimmy said bongs up. Captain Green Toker, you don't like how Ohio uses tax dollars to scrape taxpayers in the name of education. Um, what you mean by that, Captain Green Toker? Are you referring to the recreational sales tax or something different? And how you doing, bro? I see you on here, Brandon. I'm sorry if I didn't see y'all on here, but now I've got this fixed. Looks like little Mac leveled up. Hey, little Lynette, looks like you leveled up. My little thing here it says you leveled up. I love that you bungs up, man. I wish I could. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's nothing wrong with going up north and checking out and seeing what's going up there. But like I had said this last time I was on here, I mean, you can save money by having a med card even up there. I mean, because it's the same rule. If you got a med card up there, you're not subject to the 10% recreational sales tax. Why not take advantage of a discount if you're gonna go all the way up there, and why not save? Plus, you gotta also look at the fact if you have a medical card, your possession limit is way higher than 2.5 ounces, and the possession limit in Michigan is still 2.5 ounces. So, you know, hey Jimmy, I appreciate your donation, my brother. Jimmy is my guy, man. But all of y'all, my family, all of y'all, my family, and I appreciate the support that y'all have given me. Again, it is what keeps me going sometimes, and when I'm really down and depressed, I could get on here with you, all of you, and I can turn my whole day around sometimes, and it'd be hard. It really be hard. All the memberships are good for not 30 days and only cost $9. It helps support all the work. You're absolutely right, Jimmy. Membership numbers are down. I had a whole thing set up to do a spin the wheel, and I had y'all's names in there and everything. And this dang on computer, it just ain't working for me today, and I'm a little bit frustrated with that. But it's all good. How you like that, Papa Don, Captain Green Toker? I really think it's pretty good, actually. Ah, yeah, you my ninja too, Jimmy. Hemp is an economy in of itself, also environmentally friendly, more so that trees could replace plastics. I totally agree. I mean, there's so many things we could do with this plant, whether we're looking at it from the hemp side or the cannabis side. It's still weed. At the end of the day, it's still weed. And I think that as we learn how we can grow with it, build with it, cure with it, heal with it, unite people with it, it becomes the one plant that can solve so many problems. I mean, who knows what would happen if we could just get people that's fighting in these other countries to smoke a joint? How many wars will we avoid? We just get these two leaders in a room and give them a joint and say, here, if y'all still want to fight after y'all smoke this joint, then y'all have at it. And see what happens. That would be the greatest social experience ever if we could stop war with cannabis. If we just get one country, one group of people to stop fighting, then we would we would be doing something great and amazing, right? But it's hard. It's hard. Right now, we got people focused in on the wrong things. Right now, we have to focus in on us, our health, our family, our community, our state, and everybody around us who supports our state. So we got people coming from all over who love Ohio and want us to succeed. And we have to get all those people together. So, like I was saying about the expo, it's not just a business to business deal. It's not just for insiders. It's an opportunity for people to be able to learn, to buy some artwork, to buy some really cool stuff from some of my vendor exhibitors, buddies, um, and just to get an all around experience. And I can't wait to show you the new animated cartoon that is powered by my good friends at JPEG Graphic Design. And I will be releasing that today. So you could check out our new animated commercial. Wait till you see my cyber truck. I just gave you a yeah. You don't even know what I'm talking about yet. But when you see this video, you're gonna be like, whoa, Mastermind stepped up on the marketing times 10. Special shout out to my good friends at JPEG Graphic Design. You know what I mean? So and then also I can't forget my good friend at Horticulture Lighting Group, aka HLG. If you need some grow lights, make sure you use code OCL Grow to save 20% off your next grow light. And we got deals on the website, so go there. And if you still need help, let me know. Mastermind might be able to get you a better deal. Hey, Tip Top Smoke. Hey, I appreciate the support, man. I really do. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us. And it really helps us. Every little bit counts. Really, it does. And just y'all being here and you sharing this video, we need to break records. We need to hit 1,000 or more views on these videos every Friday, and the reason is it takes us over certain tiers. The more people watch the video, the bigger it gets. We get 1,000 a week, 2,000 a week, 3,000 a week. Next thing you know, we 10,000 viewers. It's how many people in Ohio that use cannabis right now? We only scratching the surface because we have to get to their phone. We gotta tell them. So what we're gonna start doing, you're gonna start seeing more Ohio Cannabis Live hats, stickers, other merchandise, rolling trays, grinders. I'm working on all those things so that you'll be able to get your whole Ohio Cannabis Live kit together. You have your whole setup. I even trying to work on getting some stash bags together. Like the ones everybody's carrying, the little, like the little pouch thing. I call it a man purse. That's what it looked like to me. But yes, I gotta watch my time because I'm on my phone and my battery is low. So again, it's like, I had bigger plans for today's show. Again, we have a lot of things happening. We have a dispensary that's sitting closed because the owner passed away. We have other dispensaries that can barely afford to stay open. Even with rec, um, some dispensaries aren't even open on Mondays, and that's kind of a shame. And again, the biggest challenge for all of our dispensaries is the restrictions on advertising. You can't say, man, they're so expensive. Well, that's because there's hard times. Like the state is adding all these fees and things, and then they can't even advertise to let you know they got a deal. Whenever there's a deal going on, unless you really have a chance to stare at the menu, which we don't all have time to look at menus all day, every day, you'll miss the deal because they won't let us advertise. They just expect everybody to find stuff on Instagram, and that ain't it. Everybody's not on Instagram. Everybody's not on YouTube, so that makes it hard. I mean, Facebook is very restrictive. I've gotten my account banned and locked up. YouTube barely lets me on here every Friday. I hope y'all know they threaten me all the time. Your video just goes against our community guidelines, and you're not da 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 da. So I always tell YouTube because they're always watching me every Friday. I'm not here to sell you nothing but information and education and help you through your Friday and your weekly 420 fix. And again, I'm going to try to work on doing more live streams when I'm feeling a lot better. But right now, all I really need everyone to do is to share the video, visit my website, Ohio Cannabis Live, or OhioCannabisExpo.com, or Mastermind.com, or MastermindCannabis.com, or OhioCannabisDispensaries.com, because all those websites are mine, and I got information on all of them. And if you need help, you already know how to reach me. But if you forgot, Lynette, please put the email in there, info@OhioCannabisLive.com, or visit my website and just talk to me on my website directly. Especially if you don't, some people don't like emails. If you want to talk to me faster, you could just talk to me through the website. It still goes through my email, but I get it right away. So if you send a message on our websites, I am the one that answers most of the time. I also like to thank my volunteer, Steven, my outreach coordinator, for really helping me when I just felt like I was just bogged down. Shout out to my event coordinator, Lee Roach, who helped us with the last expo and is also helping us with this expo. Shout out to my cousin Kenny for being part of my security detail. Shout out to Mama Mastermind, Jimmy and Lynette for being the moderators in the house. I appreciate that. And I'm just pushing through. I'm working as hard as I can to stay healthy and better, stay positive, to keep giving you the information every week that you need. And I'm listening for all these different things that are going on right now, and I'm looking, trying to say what is the most important thing you need to know right now. And it really is that the dispensaries are open for anybody over 21 right now, but we still need to be able to educate people on all the different things about these places so when they go there they don't waste their money. We can't let people just keep making assumptions. I don't like those that place because I can go get a deal in Michigan. Well, how do you really 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 know that unless you actually really 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 got in your car and drove to the dispensary yourself? Or you ain't even gotta go that far. You could just get on the internet and look yourself. A lot of people ain't doing that because they're letting somebody else just sell them a dream. Hey, it's Michigan is better. Well, think about it. Do I want to really drive all the way across state lines? Do I want to risk getting in trouble? Most times I might not, but if I did, what could happen to me? Especially if you have kids or something like that. Why put all that at risk to save money when eventually you're going to be able to buy it here? And then again, I 100% say grow your own if you can, but everybody cannot grow their own. And that's another thing we got to start doing is we got to have start some events where people can share. And people who don't have money can get something to help them out because it's tough times right now. And with things the way they are, I mean, we've got to help each other. We've got to help each other. It's mission critical that we work together. All these folks watching this video, and all the people who sitting back saying stuff, listen, let's put all that aside and let's figure out how we can work together to make Ohio have the best cannabis program in the whole country. I want to shine a spotlight on us so bad that they're looking down on us from the space station saying, man, there's a whole lot of smoke coming from Ohio and it ain't from the wildfires. So, with that said, I'm going to wrap today's show by asking you what you have for dinner. Are you cooking? On a rainy day, you're just going to order out. I mean, I wish I could tell you I was going to have something great for dinner, but I'm probably just going to have a salad with nothing in it. It's probably just lettuce and that's it. It's like that's the thing. I had to eat everything so plain Jane. It's like crazy, and I don't know how much more chicken I could eat. I think I'm gonna turn into poultry chicken. I've never ate so much chicken in my life. Oh, I'm so tired of eating chicken, 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 chicken. But chicken is one of those things that you can get plain and protein and whatnot. But I'm trying everything. I'm drinking smoothies and making sure they don't have sugar in them. And you know, I gave up Sour Patch Kids, y'all. I gave up M&Ms. No more M&Ms. I gave up Ruffles. I, I need my chips back, y'all. I need it back. So anyway, I want to know what you have for dinner. Don't eat a bunch of snacks because I made you hungry talking about chips. And you get you a pack of Sour Patch Kids gummies for me, and you eat them gummies for me because I can't eat them myself no more, which sucks. Go to the doctor says, man, I'm back in the hospital. What? I ate some Sour Patch Kids. What? So it's important that people know like you gotta eat right because I'm telling you, you don't want to have a bad pancreas. Yeah, you don't want to have a bad gallbladder, and you certainly don't want to have a kidney stone because drinking pop and eating a bunch of sugary snacks and just generally eating a bunch of junk, kidney stones hurt. Okay, you don't want no kidney stone. I got one of them too right now. So you just don't want these things. Take Mastermind's word for it that you can change your life. I got some people who send me pictures of what they doing with their life, and I be telling them all the time, man, look, if you don't stop doing that stuff, you're gonna surpass where I'm at, and you don't want to do that. So again, take care of yourself, eat healthy, share the hell out of this video, and tell everybody this dude just trying to help bring everybody together and give everybody the information. So if you're looking for information, if you're looking for some cool artwork, if you're interested in finding out about how to get a dispensary license, if you're interested in ways to improve your grow and to help deal with pest management, then you need to plan on coming down to the Ohio Cannabis Expo in Canton on November 1st and November 2nd from 11 to 6 p.m. Tickets are available right now at www.ohiocannabisexpo.com. Yes, I sound like a commercial. But I just want to make sure that you know that. And, I'm working very hard to make sure that we have a successful event. I know a lot of people are maybe planning to go to the OHBS or the CannaCon in Cleveland, and I'm hoping that that's a great, successful event. And right after that event, we're going to be pushing our event. Come to ours too. And we're planning on hosting Ohio Cannabis Expo in other cities. So don't think we're just doing it in Canton because we're not. We're going to be doing it in other locations. No, I can't tell you which locations just yet, but we're going to create a way to vote, and we're going to let the people choose the next locations that we're going to host our expos at. So it's the people's choice, the people's voice. And that's the real way it works with the Ohio Cannabis Awards dinner. I want y'all to have input. I want to know who y'all think these best companies are. And, instead of them getting recognized from some other publication that ain't even in Ohio, it's time for us to be the judge of who the best dispensary really is, and who the best cultivator really is, and who the best processor really is, and really who makes the best gummy, who makes the best edible, and who makes the best vape cartridge, who makes the best concentrate, who. I can't wait to find out. I can't wait to find out. So once I get the voting forms worked out, which will be in the next couple of days, the site will be online. You will be able to start voting right after that. If you do vote for the best vape, edible, or concentrate, you will have to make a purchase. You will have to take a picture of that product to show us you really did buy it. And other than that, we're going to try to make it as super easy and simple as possible. We are going to make sure that you who you say you are. We are going to make sure you're over 21. And we're just gonna make sure that this is done with integrity in class, because you already know how I roll. It gotta be legal, it gotta be right, and it gotta be on point, and it gotta be nice. It gotta be fancy. So, with that, I am going to wrap today's show by saying thank you again for all us being here. We had 34, 40 plus viewers, 44 likes. Thank you for all those donations that y'all put out for us. It's going to help us in the long run. We need to make $100 a month just for us to receive a payout. And right now we're at $46. And even though the $10 was given and the other donations was given, YouTube takes a chunk out of that. So we need to keep working on the next 3 videos to try to get up to that $100 goal. And again, I've got some giveaways for you for members. So if you're a member, always remember, if as a member, you're always eligible for any drawings or anything like that. And sometimes you even get free tickets. So that membership is worth more than just $2. It just is only $2 because I'm trying to help y'all help me. And thank you again for the $4.99 donation. I appreciate that. Thank you again. I really do appreciate it. And this just makes me feel so good right now. And you just don't know how stressful this day has been. But you all have always been here to help me through. I like that name, Good Joe. Ha! And so you got your membership on here. Froggy Messy. Okay. Some reason when I'm on my phone, it doesn't always show me all the messages unless I start scrolling. And I see you guys are saying all kind of stuff on here that I didn't even see till now. I'm just scrolling through all your messages. And Marcus is on here. Hi, Marcus. So yes, I think that you know we're going to talk more details about these things. And like Captain Green Toker's got on me before, we do need to go ahead and start doing these Zooms and other things where we can talk more openly about these things, prices and companies and whatnot, and not to worry about any type of censorships or bans or anything weird like that. So I'm working on it. Just bear with me, and we'll get back to our Zooms and hopefully get back to our in-person meetings. I can't wait to do the first patient celebration now, because we haven't done one in a while. But we're bringing that back too, and it's going to be one heck of a celebration. So, all right, with all that said, I hope to see all of you soon on the next stream. Make sure you watch the cartoon that I'm going to put out. It's a commercial for the Ohio Cannabis Expo, so you look out for it. It'll be on here momentarily. Watch it, like it, subscribe it, share it, and share this video too. And I'll see all of y'all very soon. Much love. Peace.